People are always asking me, where is the best place for a sunrise or sunset in the Grand Canyon? If you search up this question on Google, you will find a lot of people saying that Hopi Point is the greatest sunrise and Desert View is one of the best places for sunset. Now, I'm not arguing with these, yet it's likely that somebody wrote a blog years ago and somebody else copied that or followed that and so on. So I'm going to give you guys a more detailed answer to this question with my years and years of experience photographing the Grand Canyon. Now, here's what sunrise from Hopi Point looks like. Pretty amazing. Here's what sunset from Desert View looks like. Also incredible. Now, the reason that I'm diving into more detail is because you got to understand that the sun is constantly shifting its position in the sky, so different viewpoints are going to be good at different times of the year. So here we go. I'm going to try to make this pretty fast and pretty simple. First off, both Hopi Point and Desert View are on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. So if you plan to visit the North Rim, I'm going to give you guys some suggestions for over there as well. Just keep watching. If you grab one of these free park maps on your way into the park, you can look at this. You can really use this as a guide because you can realize any viewpoint that's kind of jutting out to the canyon and looking eastward is going to be a good sunrise point. And any viewpoint that's jutting out and looking westward is going to be a great sunset point. This is why Hopi Point is good. Also, Mather Point is a great sunrise. Yavapai Point, another good sunrise point. Hopi Point is located along the Hermit Road, which means you can only drive your own car there if you are visiting the Grand Canyon National Park in December, January, or February. The Hermit Road is closed to private vehicles between March 1st and November 30th. So during those 9 months of peak tourism, you're going to have to walk to the red shuttle stop, the Hermit Shuttle. You're going to have to get on that shuttle. It's free, and you're going to have to ride it out to Hopi Point. You could also hike there. Yet, you got to realize that's going to mean you're coordinating and you're waking up pretty early to make all of that happen. So if you're more of the, I'm on vacation, I'm sleeping in, well, you're not sleeping in if you're watching a sunrise, but you want to roll out of bed, you want to grab a coffee and a bagel, and you just kind of want to chill and watch that sunrise. I would suggest watching sunrise from Mather Point or Yavapai Point because those two viewpoints have year-round, all hours parking in their parking lots. It's also worth mentioning that Mather Point is the most wheelchair or stroller accessible viewpoint. It's got the railings all around it, so it's great if you have kids that are able to walk, yet you don't fully trust them yet. Also notice that throughout this video, I'm putting the location of the video clips in the bottom left corner. So you are actually seeing how sunrise or sunset is going to look from that viewpoint. So jot down these viewpoints. Feel free to pause this video as I go along. Hopi Point, Mather Point, Yavapai Point. All great sunrise locations. Now for the grand finale, sunset. Check out these views at Desert View. Notice the sun dropping right into the canyon. This is because Desert View is the furthest east viewpoint on the south rim, and this is very important. It's not only the furthest east viewpoint, but I achieved these clips in August. So in the peak of summer, that's when you're going to see the sun set directly into the canyon. If you are arriving at the Grand Canyon in winter, you just can't expect to see the sun actually setting into the Grand Canyon. Because here in northern Arizona, in the northern hemisphere, in the wintertime, the sun has drifted pretty far south. So summertime, when the sun is far north, that is when you achieve these shots of the sun dropping right into that Grand Canyon. However, if you can't make your trip in August, most of us that enjoy photographing the Grand Canyon will all agree that there is no bad sunset or sunrise time of year or bad location. Every sunrise or sunset at the Grand Canyon is incredible. At the Grand Canyon, it's not just about watching the big fiery ball like you would do in a beach sunset, like we see here, right? You're looking over the water, watching the sun dropping on the water. At Grand Canyon, it's really about watching the way that big fiery ball affects the rocks. So you can totally reverse it. You could be watching sunrise in the east, looking in the same direction as the sunrise rays of light. And you could be watching a sunset in the west and your back is turned to the sun and you're just got your camera pointed at these rocks with that early light or that last bit of light just kissing the rocks. With that attitude, every viewpoint is a great sunrise and sunset location. So that brings me to the idea of picking a viewpoint for other reasons. Perhaps you want a viewpoint that has a bathroom, a restroom, right? Maybe you want a viewpoint that is more crowded. Maybe you want a viewpoint that is less crowded. A viewpoint like Lippin Point off to the east. Lippin Point is looking directly west. This is how I achieved this beautiful snowy sunrise footage. Yet Lippin Point does not have a bathroom. A viewpoint like Desert View or Grand View are viewpoints close by that do have bathrooms. So be sure to check the icons on your park map. On the north rim of the Grand Canyon, most would agree that Cape Royal is the best place for a sunset. You've probably already seen this image. This image right here probably looks pretty familiar. It is often used as one of those default computer backgrounds. So easy to search up Cape Royal on the North Rim. And a great sunrise on the North Rim can be seen right from the North Rim Lodge or by walking the Bright Angel Point Trail. Not the Bright Angel Trail, but the Bright Angel Point Trail. This footage is me strolling along that Bright Angel Point Trail in the early hours of the morning, sun rising and kissing all these rocks around me. The sun will be, the actual sunrise will be a little bit blocked from the Bright Angel Point. So if you want to see that direct sun floating up over the horizon, I would go to the highest point of all the viewpoints at the Grand Canyon. This is called Point Imperial on the North Rim. This is where I captured this incredible sunrise over the Painted Desert, because this viewpoint is so far to the east and so high up, you are actually looking away from the Grand Canyon and off towards the Painted Desert. Now, speaking of these high elevation viewpoints, don't forget to bring layers. Most of the year, these viewpoints will drop below freezing in the nighttime. All right, it is only in June, July, and August. Those are really the only 3 months that it stays above freezing at night. So if you really want to enjoy sunrise and sunset, put on a bunch of layers. Also consider how busy these viewpoints are. Viewpoints like Cape Royal on the North Rim or Mather Point on the South Rim are gonna be pretty crowded. So do you want to watch a sunset with a big crowd and have that excitement and that feeling like you're at a rock concert, and maybe you could meet some other tourists and have all that good social experience? This is pre-COVID Mather Point, by the way. Look at all that excitement. Ah, the days of pre-COVID tourism. We were so innocent. Or if you don't want to be around some crowds, you probably want to pick a viewpoint that is less popular. Now, I'm not going to suggest less popular or less crowded viewpoints in this video because the nature of me making a statement like that in a video like this one is going to cause people to go those places. So you really just got to use your gut instinct to try to find a lesser crowded place, or, just go talk to a park ranger when you arrive at the canyon. You can also imagine less people are going to be watching a sunrise or a sunset from one of the trails down inside the Grand Canyon. So if you want to do this, bring a headlamp and wake up super early, or hike down in the late afternoon and you're hiking up while the sun is setting, and you can achieve this. This view right here is a sunrise from about 1.5 miles down the South Kaibab Trail. This was in the late summer, early fall, hence the sun rising from behind the rock formations, this rock formation called Vishnu Temple. Before I conclude this video, also remember to check the phase of the moon during your visit. A day or two before the full moon, you can watch a moon rise and sunset all happening at once. And a day or two before the new moon, you can watch a moon rise just before sunrise. So definitely try to see if you are around a full moon or a new moon. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And remember, nature loves you, so pick up your trash and love her back.
GrandCanyonTV